Announcer bot is active. KHRMON from Sweden is P1. Benjabanana from Sweden is second, driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. TH Eatnator from Bulgaria is P3. Benjabanana is second. KHRMON is P2, driving a Audi. Benjabanana is first, driving a GT-R. KHRMON is P1. Mr. Ralph Mann from England is fourth, driving a BMW Z4. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Benjabanana from Sweden is P3. Mr. Ralph Mann is P3. Potato is fourth on softs driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Benjabanana is P5 on mediums. Potato is third. Benjabanana is first. KHRMON is P5 on mediums. TH Heatnator is P4. KHRMON is third. Asan from Pakistan is fifth driving a McLaren 650. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Mr. Ralph Mann is sixth. Potato is first. Best lap is a 2:05.127. Hassan is fifth. Heatnator is P2. Best lap is a 2:09.899. Benjabanana from Sweden is P4 driving a McLaren 650. Hassan is P6. Potato is first. Speed bump from Canada is P7 driving a McLaren 650. Potato is first driving a GT3. Mr. Ralph Mann is fifth. Best lap is a 2:11.976. "15 minutes remaining in the session." Potato is P1 driving a GT3. Best lap is a 2:04.700. From Spain is P10 driving a BMW Z4. bump is P8 driving a 650. Cage RMON is P4. Best lap is a 2:10.396. So is 9th. Benjabanana is P7. Vojtech Adamira from Czech Republic is 11th driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Tater is 8th driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Cage RMON is 7th on mediums. Speed bump is 11th. Spiker from India is 6th driving a BMW Z4. Best lap is a 2:10.385. MR Ralph Mann is 5th. Best lap is a 2:10.095. Minutes remaining in the session. Speed bump is P12. Benjabanana from Sweden is P2. Best lap is a 2:06.977. Urxo is 12th. Ronan Carvalho from Brazil is P9 driving a Porsche 911 GT3. Our best lap is a 2:11.326. Benjabanana is second. Speed bump is 10th. Urxo is 12th driving a BMW Z4. Dimitri OSS is 7th. Ronan Carvalho is P9. Tater is P3. Best lap is a 2:08.583. Ronan Carvalho from Brazil is P9. Five minutes remaining in the session. KHRMON is 8th. Best lap is a 2:10.690. Potato is P1 driving a Nissan GTR GT3. Best lap is a 2:04.268. Tech Adamira is P10. Speed bump is 12. P3. Best lap is a 2:06.748. So is P13. KHRMON is P10 driving a GTR. Best lap is a 2:09.491. Tater is P5. Hassan is third. Speed bump is 13th. KHRMON is P10 driving a GTR. Ronan Carvalho is sixth. bump is 12th. Tater is P5. Speed bump is 12th. The qualification session is at RT Bathurst. The wind speed is 20 km/h from the north. Potato is P6 driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Tater is 4th driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. From India is P7 driving a BMW Z4. Speed bump from Canada is P2 driving a McLaren 650. Tater is 12th. Speed bump is 8th driving a McLaren 650. Tater is 4th up 3.19. Speed bump is 3rd up 0.86. Tater is 3rd. Potato is P5. Ronan Carvalho from Brazil is 5th driving a Porsche 911 GT3 off. TH Eatnader from Bulgaria is P8 up 22.98. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Speed bump is P3 up 0.69. Best lap is a 2:05.218. 2.546 off pole. Speed bump improved is 2nd with a 2:04.156. 1.484 off pole. Cage RMON from Sweden is P9 up 5.05 driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. TH Eatnader is 10th up 24.79 driving a Audi. Potato is P3 up 0.44. Potato is P5 up 0.69. Cage RMON is 6th up 1.72 driving a GTR. Dimitri OSS is provisional pole with a 202.475. Cage RMON improved is 5th with a 209.259. 6.784 off pole. Benjabanina from Sweden is P6 up 0.63 driving a McLaren 650. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Benjabanina improved is 4th with a 207.105. 4.630 off pole. Cage RMON from Sweden is P6 up 0.78. Cage RMON improved his 6th with a 208.620. 6.145 off pole. Wojtek Adamira from Czech Republic is P9 on softs driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Thurixo from Spain is 10th up 16.71 driving a BMW Z4. Dimitri OSS from the United States is P1. Dimitri OSS is provisional pole with a 202.169. Wojtek Adamira is P7 up 0.51. Vojtech Adamira improved is P7 with a 208.236. 6.067 off pole. Turkso is 11th up 0.61 driving a Z4. Dimitri OSS is P1. Dimitri OSS is provisional pole with a 201.851. 0 to Hero from England is 14th up 15.83 on mediums driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. "15 minutes remaining in the session. Vojtech Adamira is P8 up 0.29 on softs. Vojtech Adamira improved is 7th with a 208.139. 6.288 off pole. TH Eatnator is P13 up 26.04. Zero to Hero is P14 driving a Huracan GT3. Tater is 13th. Potato is 3rd. Tater is P13 up 0.20. Hassan from Pakistan is P5 up 0.29 driving a McLaren 650. Hassan improved is 4th with a 2:05.267. 3.416 off pole. Zero to Hero is 7th. Zero to Hero improved is 7th with a 2:07.205. 5.354 off pole. Tater is P8. Best lap is a 2:07.775. 5.924 off pole. Speed bump is second up 0.46. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Speed bump improved is P2 with a 2:03.070. 1.219 off pole. Hassan is P4 up 0.30. Best lap is a 2:05.267. 3.416 off pole. Ronan Carvalho from Brazil is 11th up 0.81 driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Best lap is a 2:08.254. 6.403 off pole. Carvalho improved is P6 with 2:06.999. 5.148 off pole. Rizzo is 5th up 1.51 driving a BMW Z4. So improved is P3 with a 2:03.600. 1.749 off pole. Tater is P9 up 0.21. So is third up 0.82. Thruxo improved is P3 with a 203.430. 1.579 off pole. Asan is P5 up 0.56 driving a 650. Five minutes remaining in the session. Asa Ilio from Portugal is P16 up 20.06 on softs driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Potato is 4th up 1.35. Asa Ilio is 16th up 21.53. Benjabanina from Sweden is 7th up 0.49. Kuburak is 11th up 22.48. Best lap is a 2:08.180. 6.329 off pole. Asa Ilio is 16th up 0.20. Tater is 9th up 0.10. Asa Ilio is 16th up 0.17 driving a Huracan GT3. Asan is P5 up 0.16. Asan improved is 5th with a 2:04.564. 2.713 off pole. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Asa Ilio is P16 up 1.13. Wojtek Adamira is 10th up 0.26 driving a Limbo. Wojtek Adamira improved is 9th with a 2:07.455. 5.604 off pole. Asa Ilio is 16th. Asa Ilio improved is P14 with a 2:08.643. 6.792 off pole. Spiker is 16th up 0.11. Lucas Lindell is 17th on mediums driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. The race session is at RT Bathurst. The wind speed is 10 km/h from the north-northwest. Dimitri OSS from United States is P1. Speed Bump from Canada is second on softs driving a McLaren 650. Thuruxo from Spain is third driving a BMW Z4. Potato is P4 driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Asan from Pakistan is 5th on mediums driving a McLaren 650. Tater is 6th on softs driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Ronan Carvalho from Brazil is P7 on mediums driving a Ferrari 488 GT3. Benjabanina from Sweden is 8th on softs driving a McLaren 650. 0 to Hero from England is 9th on mediums driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Wojtek Adamira from Czech Republic is 10th on softs driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3. MR Ralph Mann from England is 11th driving a BMW Z4. 45 minutes remaining in the session race start. Dimitri OSS is P1. Speed bump is second. Thurexo is third. Potato is fourth. Asan entering the pits is 17th. TH Ignator from Bulgaria is 10th. Thurexo is third. KHRMON from Sweden is P13 driving a Nissan GT-R GT3. Kubarak is P8 driving a Porsche 911 GT3R, 0.1 behind Speed Bump. Vlad entering the pits is 18th. Kubarak is now P7. TH Ignator on lap 1 is P10, 0.5 behind Lucas Lindell. Speed Bump entering the pits is 14. Lucas Lindell is P10 on mediums driving a Ferrari 488 GT3, 0.3 ahead of Wojtek Adamira. Lucas Lindell lost 10th to Wojtek Adamira. KHRMON is 12th, 0.1 behind Lucas Lindell. Wojtek Adamira is 10th driving a Huracan GT3, 0.5 behind TH Ignator. Wojtek Adamira passed TH Ignator for 9th. Vlad exiting pits. Lucas Lindell is 12th, 0.3 behind KHRMON. Lucas Lindell lost 13th to Speed Bump. TH Ignator is 10th. Speed Bump is P13 driving a McLaren 650, 4.8 ahead of Lucas Lindell. Speed Bump is now 14th. TH Ignator is P11. Best lap is a 2:25.957. 22.821 off the fastest lap. Spiker from India is P12 driving a BMW Z4. Spiker passed TH Eaton for 11th. Cage RMON is P10 driving a Nissan GT-R GT3, 0.5 behind Cuba Rack. Minutes remaining in the session. Cage RMON passed Cuba Rack for 9th. Cuba Rack is P10. Speed bump exiting pits on softs. Bojtech Adamira is 8th, 0.5 behind Azailio. Cuba Rack is P11, 0.1 ahead of TH Eaton. Cuba Rack lost P11 to TH Eaton. Cuba Rack lost P12 to Tater. Bojtech Adamira is 8th, 0.3 behind Azailio. Cage RMON is P9, 0.1 behind Bojtech Adamira. Cage RMON passed Bojtech Adamira for 8th. Lucas Lindell is P15 driving a 488, 0.5 behind Speed Bump. Lucas Lindell was 2.9 faster last lap. Lucas Lindell lost 15th to Benjabanina. TH Eaton from Bulgaria is 11th, 0.2 behind Spiker. Lucas Lindell is P17. Cage RMON is P8, 0.5 behind Azailio. Speed bump entering the pits is 14th. Cage RMON passed Azailio for 7th. TH Eaton on lap 4 is 11th, 0.3 behind Spiker. Benjabanina on lap 4 is 15th, 0.9 behind Speed Bump. Lucas Lindell entering the pits is P17. Tater is P12 driving a Ferrari 488 GT3, 0.3 behind TH Eaton. Azailio from Portugal is P8 on softs driving a Lamborghini Huracan GT3, 2.4 behind Cage RMON. Spiker is P10, 2.3 ahead of TH Eaton. 1.6 behind Azaleo. Minutes remaining in the session. Tater is 12th driving a 488, 3.5 behind TH Eatenator. Tater lost P12 to Cuba Ralph. MR Ralphman is P6, 0.5 behind Ronan Carvalho. Cage RMON on lap 5 is P9, 0.1 behind Bojtek Adamira. Ralphman is 6th. Best lap is a 2:09.095. 6.042 off the fastest lap. Spiker is 12th, 0.2 behind Cuba Rap. Bump is 14th driving a 650, 0.5 behind Tater. Marshall lap exiting pits on mediums. Vlad entering the pits is P17. Tater is 13th. Best lap is a 2:08.546. 5.493 off the fastest lap. Tater passed Spiker for P12. Spiker from India is 14th, 0.4 behind Speed Bump. Spiker lost 14th to Benjabanana. Speed Bump is 13th, 0.5 behind Tater. Tater is 13th, 0.5 behind Speed Bump. Azaleo is P8 battling Cage RMON. Vlad exiting pits. Azaleo lost P8 to Cage RMON. Asan is 15th driving a 650, 0.1 behind Benjabanana. Asan is now P14. Benjabanana is 16th, 0.7 behind Spiker. Asa Ilio from Portugal is P12, 0.3 behind speed bump. 30 minutes remaining in the session. Speed bump is 11th, 0.3 behind Cuba Rack. Cuba Rack is P11 driving a 911 GT3R. Speed bump on lap 7 is 10th, 0.4 ahead of Cuba Rack. Speed bump past TH Eatnator for 9th. Cuba Rack is P11, 0.4 behind TH Eatnator. Asa Ilio entering the pits is 13th. MR Ralph Mann is P6, 1.1 behind Roman Carvalho. Potato is P2. Asa Ilio exiting pits on hards. Benjabanana exiting pits on mediums. TH Eatnator on lap 8 is 10th, 1.1 ahead of Cuba Rack. MR Ralph Mann is P6. Potato exiting pits. Speed bump is P9, 0.5 behind KHRMON. Speed bump was 8.5 faster last lap. Speed bump past KHRMON for P8. MR Ralph Mann from England is 6th, 0.4 behind Ronan Carvalho. Ecarito 95 exiting pits on mediums. Tater on lap 9 is 12th, 1.2 behind Cuba Rack. Speed bump on lap 9 is P8. Cuba Rack is P12, 1.5 behind Tater. Tater on lap 9 is P12. Spiker is 14th. Nick ZI91 entering the pits is P19. Tater is 12th driving a Ferrari 488 GT3, 0.8 behind Cuba Rack. Nick ZI91 exiting pits on mediums. Vlad from Romania on lap 8 is P17 driving a Mercedes-AMG GT3. Ronan Carvalho entering the pits is P5. Ronan Carvalho is P5. TH Heatnader is P10, 3.7 behind KJRMON. Tater is P12 driving a 488, 1.7 behind Cuba Rack. Ronan Carvalho exiting pits on mediums. Ronan Carvalho is 10th driving a Ferrari 488 GT3, 0.2 behind TH Heatnader. Dimitri OSS entering the pits is P1. Dimitri OSS from United States is first. KJRMON is P8. Tater exiting pits on softs. Dimitri OSS is P1 on mediums. Best lap is a 2:02.744. Dimitri OSS exiting pits on mediums. 0 to Hero is third on mediums. Speed bump is P6 driving a McLaren 650, 1.1 ahead of Bojtek Adamira. MR Ralph Mann is 5th driving a Z4. Zero to Hero exiting pits on mediums. Nick ZI91 is P18 driving a 488. KJRMON is P10, 1.1 behind Cuba Rack. MR Ralph Mann exiting pits. Speed bump is P5, 0.2 behind 0 to Hero. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Vojtech is 13th, 0.7 ahead of Tater. Kubarak exiting pits. KHRMOM exiting pits. Speed bump is P5 driving a 650, 0.3 behind 0 to hero. Speed bump past 0 to hero for P4. MR Ralph Mann is 8th, 0.5 behind TH Edenator. Asan is P9. Best lap is a 2:07.728. 4.984 off the fastest lap. Vojtech Adamira on lap 13 is 6th. Speed bump is 4th on softs, 1.5 ahead of 0 to hero. TH Edenator entering the pits is P8. TH Edenator is 8th. 0 to hero is 5th. Best lap is a 2:06.775. 4.031 off the fastest lap. Vojtech Adamira exiting pits on softs. Spiker is P11, 1.7 ahead of Kubarak. Spiker entering the pits is P11. Asa Ilio from Portugal is P15 on hards. Thruxo is 2nd. Benjabanana is 16th on mediums. TH Edenator exiting pits on softs. Asa Ilio is 14th driving a Lumbo, 0.4 behind TH Edenator. Spiker exiting pits. Thruxo exiting pits. Ronan Carvalho is P12, 0.8 ahead of TH Edenator. Ronan Carvalho lost P13 to Asa Ilio. Ronan Carvalho lost P14 to Benjabanana. Tater is P9, 3.7 ahead of Kubarak. Tater was 32.0 faster last lap. Tater lost 9th to Kubarak. TH Edenator is P14 driving a Audi, 0.1 behind Benjabanana. TH Edenator entering the pits is 16th. Dimitri OSS from United States is P1. Asan is 7th, 0.5 behind MR Ralph Mann. Remaining in the session. Vojtech Adamira on lap 14 is 8th. bump from Canada is P4. Cuba is 9th. Asan is 7th, 0.4 behind Mr. Ralph Mann. Nixie I-91 exiting pits. Speed bump exiting pits on softs. Benjabanana is P12 on mediums, 0.3 behind Azaleo. Benjabanana passed Azaleo for 11th. Asan from Pakistan is 8th, 2.0 behind Bojtek Adamira. Asan was 5.2 faster last lap. Asan exiting pits on mediums. 0 to Hero is P4 driving a Huracan. Azaleo is P12 driving a Huracan GT3, 1.1 behind Benjabanana. Benjabanana was 6.7 faster last lap. Potato is P2. KHRMON is P10. Best lap is a 2:08.793, 6.049 off the fastest lap. Benjabanana is P11, 0.7 ahead of Azalea. Benjabanana was 3.2 faster last lap. Benjabanana lost 11th to Azaleo. Spiker is 13th. KHRMON is 10th. Mr. Ralph Mann is 6th. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Bojtek Adamira is 7th driving a Limbo. Thurixo is third, 4.9 behind Potato. Speed bump is P5, 0.2 behind 0 to Hero. Hero is P4, 0.3 ahead of Speed Bump. Speed Bump is P5, 0.1 behind 0 to Hero. Speed Bump was 4.0 faster last lap. Ralphman is P6 driving a Z4. Speed Bump is 5th, 0.3 behind 0 to Hero. Kubarak is 8th. Speed Bump is P5 driving a 650, 0.3 behind 0 to Hero. Spiker is P13. Speed Bump is 5th, 0.3 behind 0 to Hero. Asa Ilio is 12th, 0.8 behind Benjabanana. Speed Bump is P5, 0.4 behind 0 to Hero. Zero to Hero is P5 driving a Huracan GT3. Zero to Hero passed Speed Bump for 4th. Five minutes remaining in the session. Asa Ilio on lap 18 is 12th, 0.3 behind Benjabanana. Benjabanana was 4.6 faster last lap. Benjabanana is P11. Best lap is a 2:08.109. 5.365 off the fastest lap. MR Ralph Mann is 6th. Benjabanana is 11th, 4.5 ahead of Azaleo. KJRMON is 10th. Benjabanana is 11th. Azaleo is 12th driving a Huracan GT3. Speed bump is 5th. Spiker is 13th driving a Z4. Dimitri OSS is P1. Speed bump is P6 driving a 650. Speed bump exiting pits on softs. Asan is P7 driving a McLaren 650. Wojtek Adamira is P9 driving a Huracan. just finished the race. Dimitri OSS finished P1. Asa Ilio finished P12. Mr. Ralph Mann finished P5. Speedpump finished 6th. Hassan finished 7th. Spiker finished P13. Potato finished 2nd. Lojtek Adamira finished 8th. Urkso finished 3rd. KJRMON finished P9. Kubarak finished P10. Benjabanana finished P11. Zero to Hero finished P4.